Hello, Leo. Welcome to your weekly reading for September 25th to October 1st. This is for Leo Sun and Leo Rising, and if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional cultic cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity, to get more specific and detailed with your reading, Leo. You know I do this because I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one rather than a general spread. Lastly, Leo, I use astrology because it brings a lot more depth to your reading. So, Leo, let's talk, okay? Let's talk. This is a big week for you. This is a really big week for you. You're going to be very excited, and you're going to get very excited because there's this sense of like relief energy that I'm feeling for y'all for this week. And I'm not surprised because things have been a little crazy for Leos. But good crazy. We're moving in the right direction, aren't we, Leo? Now, here's the thing. The first thing I want you to do is pay attention to the 25th. We have Mercury trine Jupiter. This is the second time we're having Mercury trine Jupiter this month. The other time was September 4th. Think about what happened around that time. This is a really, really nice aspect. It's a trine, okay? It's very auspicious. Remember, Mercury is the messenger, the planet of communication, trining the planet of good luck, good fortune, prosperity. So, we're lucky to have this twice in a month. That's pretty rare, but this is a really great day for business deals, being really socially active. You could hear really good news. You could really also focus on growth, spiritual growth and development, also in your career, because that's a really big thing for you. And then remember, Jupiter is in Taurus. It is in your 10th house of career. Okay. Now, the big thing of the week is the full moon in Aries. This is huge. This is really big because it actually feels, here's the thing, it's going to feel like an eclipse. It's not an eclipse. It's going to feel like one. That's how game changing this full moon in Aries is. Okay. And so, at this, Mars is basically conjuncting this, without going too much into it, the South Node. We know that there was, the shifts and the nodal shifts that we had 3 months ago. But this is a really big deal because not only do full moons bring conclusion, the end of things, this is okay, I really want to get this out of the way. It's like sayonara, all right? Hit the road, Jack. This is really, it's like a purging, goodbye, thank you, goodbye, right? Those kind of moments, you're ready to let something go. Now, here's the interesting thing is that the full moon in Aries is in your ninth house, okay? So there is a sense of you being a lot more spiritually active. There is something that you are letting go to become a lot more spiritually active. It could be something that, honestly, I'm not going to lie, career-wise, there could be something in career. There could be something tied to money as well. This is going to be a big full moon that I want you to pay attention to. Remember, Mars is in Libra, okay? And so Mars is a ruling planet for Aries. And so Mars in Libra, remember I said in the September forecast, it's a lot of balance. That's what this month is. It's balancing that kayak, that kayak of your life, okay? So this is going to be a really big full moon, and that's why we're going to pull a lot of clarifiers, but I'm not going to lie. A lot of y'all are going to be leaving jobs. A lot of y'all are going to be leaving relationships. A lot of y'all are going to be there is going to be some activity around travel for a lot of y'all as well. And when I say leaving jobs and relationships, it's also a time where you may be considering it. And when I say relationships, that can be career as well, okay? Or just personal relationships, one-on-one relationships. But there is a deep sense of something really that's going to allow you to grow, okay? Now, the last thing that I want you, also Venus is squaring Uranus on the same day. So when I say sayonara, letting go of things, deep purging also, okay? Venus squaring Uranus, the third time, okay? We've already had a couple of these. These are those breakthrough moments. What is truly bringing me value? What is adding value to my life? What is not adding value to my life? What are the things that I do have to release? What are the things that are going to bring me pleasure? So it's all these things that you were working on that you were just like fixing over the summer, right? Really thinking about to have those breakthrough moments. Like, this is it. This is it. This is the big breakthrough moment for you. You really, really, really use, honestly, like, first of all, it's a super moon. So if you haven't made plans already, hey, go watch it, okay? It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be this big, beautiful, beautiful full moon. I always, even here in, in Brooklyn, come on, I even go outside. We don't have a sky here, right? So, but I make an attempt, and there's like a certain time of day where I can actually see it. So I go outside, I watch it, and I have my tea. And anyway, it's because it is compelling, and it's a good time to, really think about the things that you want in your life. Think about the ways that you want to move forward. Really have those moments, okay? Again, all this activity in Aries is in your 9th house, spirituality, okay? Your belief system, your philosophies, even education. Some of y'all could be finishing up some school work, or even thinking about going back to school. But the fact that Mars in Libra is in your 3rd house of communication, there really could be something new that you're thinking about learning. Even like restructuring is a message coming through. Like, if you were the entrepreneur of a company, of your own company, have your own business, if you were a CEO of a company, if you are in some big leadership role, which is very likely because you are Leos, like restructuring in the work area is a big thing. Okay, so but speaking of work, that's what the other day that I want you to pay attention to is September 30th. Mark it in your calendar. Mercury is trining Uranus. Okay, so now this Uranus is all about breakthroughs. Remember, we have Venus square Uranus the day before, on the day of the full moon in Aries, when you're letting something go and having this breakthrough. Y'all, this is big. This is big, okay? And so this is a lot of creative energy around this time, but this is when you could get really great, surprising news, unexpected news. And again, Uranus and Jupiter are in your 10th house of career, public recognition, fame, honors, achievements. If you're not here for career, the way that you want to be seen by the public, by the people within your orbit, being recognized for being that amazing Leo that you are. So, Leo, this is a very big week, okay? This is a very big week leading up to the very big month of October, where we do have the 2 major eclipses, okay? So, Leo, with that said, let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what's going on for you for September 25th to October 1st. Again, this is for Leo, Sun and Leo rising. If you know your birth chart, I would recommend the moon reading for your moon, and Venus as well, because Venus is very active, and as you know, Venus is pretty much awake, okay? Pretty much like still in shadow, but come on, she's now put on her her high heels, walking over to the club, okay? She's almost there. Let's get started. So, Leo, well, like I said earlier, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. Really brings the best overview, in my opinion. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers. Secondly, Leo, you're amazing. Thanks so much for being here. This is, I hope you're enjoying Libra season. We are in fall in the Northern Hemisphere, and spring in the southern, but it really is that time where I start looking like I am in a Korean boy band. Yeah, with my hair. It's it's haircut time is basically what I'm trying to say. But because Mercury has been retrograde and Venus has been retrograde, I'm just like, I can't get a haircut during these times. But in the next video, you will probably see me with a haircut. Leo, you're good, but something backfired. Don't let it. It's gonna be. You're gonna be fine though. Actually, something could backfire this week, and we're gonna talk about that. But you're. I mean, yeah. You're good. But here we go. Let's get started. You got the Two of Pentacles, okay? You got the Two of Pentacles in your past. Now, I actually love the fact that you got the Two of Pentacles because this card is ruled by Capricorn, okay? And as we know, Pluto is in Capricorn. This is one of the last months. Pluto's moving back into Aquarius next year, right? So that's going to be a big thing. But it is in your sixth house. And so this is just affirming. A sixth house has to do with work and labor and the process of work and labor, like hiring employees. And like I said earlier, the energy that I was getting, the message I was getting, like restructuring things in terms of that. There you go. Okay, you got the Two of Pentacles. So a lot of y'all have been making different decisions or big decisions to bring, again, that balance in your life. Okay, so maybe you have been heavily thinking about that. And again, they are Pentacles. So money, like I mentioned earlier, things about money. Okay, now it can relate to you, but again, I am getting a big sense of like even like the place of employment, there could be changes or things with investments, but also with you too as well. But even still, I want you to think about that. There could have been something that you felt that was missing in your life as well. Pentacles are your physical reality. There could have been something that had to do with health matters as well for some of y'all that you had to figure out. Maybe you were sick, or maybe there's and it doesn't even have to be like you were sick. It could be like you had to make you really thought like or maybe you were weight training for a long time, and then now you're just like at a point where it's like, I know this isn't what I should be doing because I have 30 broken bones in my body, so maybe I'll do yoga instead. Like, you've had to make some sort of balance in your life, and I want you to ask yourself how that resonates with you. But for, again, it's going to be a lot like money and career energy that is really happening, that you've had to think about in terms of that balance, okay? Or even you just maybe you're putting out a lot of resumes and accepting those LinkedIn invites. We always love those when they show up in our inbox. Anyway, look what you got in the heart of your spread. You got the Knight of Cups. Hello. This is absolutely amazing. I love this for you. Again, before I even... This is kind of like the headline news of the week. Just have to mention... The money thing is really big here now, okay? Big message coming through. It's on your mind. Some of y'all are getting new jobs. Some of y'all are leaving jobs for something different. There's something that has to do with salary, income, other people's money as well, okay? But money is a big thing. But anyway, Knight of Cups. Hello. We're talking knight in shining armor here. This is someone who is, speaking of, he's the Mr. Romance, okay? So when the Knight of Cups shows up in the heart of your spread, it is showing a lot of partnership activity, a lot of relationship activity. Now, remember I said that earlier, especially with the fact that we are in Libra season and there is this... kind of like purging. There's going to be some partnership activity that was happening where y'all are going to be letting go of one, maybe moving into another. Again, this can be career, work, enterprise. It can be romance related, but some of y'all may have moved into a new place where it's much nicer for you, okay? In terms of partnerships, relationships, or are thinking about it this week, or are beginning that process, all right? Maybe going on the second date or the third date. Or maybe even if you are in a relationship, kind of just like really like digging it right now. Things are good in that department. Now, if you're not here for either love or career, it's fine. This is all he wants to do is fill this cup. okay? All he wants to be is emotionally fulfilled. Cups are emotions, okay? There are feelings. Intuition as well. Remember, I said it's a very spiritually week for y'all with this full moon in Aries, okay? But in any case, there's a lot of passion. Okay, a lot of passion, and I love that. All right, I love that. And Leos are passionate, right? And so one thing I'm going to point out is, remember how I actually mentioned money earlier? The Knight of Cups is Pisces, and Saturn is in Pisces in your 8th house, which rules other people's resources. Okay, so there is, and when I say other people's resources, just think like, there could be some movement or activity with inheritance or investments or bonuses, commissions, even like partners' income. You could be maybe doing joint finances sort of stuff right now. Maybe even thinking about debts, paying off debts or whatnot. But in any case, you can even see actually the fish on his armor when I say he's Pisces. Now, the fish are red for like passion and power, but Knight of Cups, he is very Piscean, very like into the arts. He loves like to be that romantic. Like he's that person. Like if you're on a date and that person comes around selling like roses out of a basket, he's the one that's like, oh, I'm gonna get that for like that's him. Okay. Also very like imaginative and like he's like so he's a dreamer, okay? So there is a sense of like just passion for y'all this week, okay? Whether it is your job, whether it is your career, whether it is a like love or romance or whatnot, or whether it is you on your path to enlightenment, okay? Or even feeling that this week. You are great. This is amazing. Remember, with Mercury trining Uranus on the 30th, you're going to feel very expressive, very creative. Y'all, Leos, y'all rule the 5th house, okay? Of like, there's creativity, self-expression. So really use that, okay? Now, you did get the Page of Cups, but in your challenge area, okay? 2 things here. 1, I do not want you to feel uninspired this week. That is the last thing, okay? If there is something that like I say, with this full moon in Aries, and you've got to say bye, right? Like NSYNC style, to something that you're just like, okay, it's going to bring you that like sense of relief, all right? You're going to love it. All right? So especially looking at your spread, there's something that you've got to let go. There's something, and I don't want you to. This is why it's going to be really important for you to have the spiritual moment, because it's going to allow you to tap into your intuition, which will help guide you. But just trust me on this, okay? There is something that you're going to have to let go. But the second, so don't feel uninspired too. Do not feel uninspired this week. I want you to look at that full moon, okay? I want you to go outside. I want you to put on, your favorite full moon hat. I want you to bring out your telescope like Patrick Dempsey in Can't Buy Me Love. I want you to, well, he never bought it, did he? He never did. But didn't he have a little one? Anyway, I want you to just look at the full moon and be inspired by it, okay? I want you to be inspired by it because there's something that it's like this bridge. You're halfway through the bridge. You're going to have to make it to the other half, but there's going to be a point when you're on this bridge where you're just going to be like, I know I have to let this go, and I know it's going to bring me this sense of release and relief, but I've held on to it for long, and you're going to be asking me a lot of questions, but just let it go. Now, the other thing is there is possibly something that happened where you could have gone on a date, you could have hired a new employee, you could have had expectations of something that just went sideways, okay? Think about it. Or will this week. I'm sorry. This is because it's a weekly reading. So think about that. It could have happened, but this week there could be something that may, okay? It may go sideways. So just expect that. And if it does, it was meant to happen. And that is a thing that could possibly make you feel like, oh no. And that's when it makes you like uninspired. Know that it was meant to happen. Okay. Know that it was meant to happen. All right, Leo. But the main thing is just do not feel uninspired. And it could have been like a first date as well. If you are single, it could have been a first date that just did not go well. It's also something where I want you to remember how I said that there's two things. One, you being very spiritually active, being in touch with your intuition. Two, Mercury trining Jupiter, Mercury trining Uranus, right? Messages, surprising messages, good news, unexpected news. If you're not tuned into your intuition, you may miss it. Okay, pay attention. Pay attention. Be awake. Be aware. Have that awareness. Okay, that word that I made up, clarity and awareness, whoosh, smushed together. Have it, okay? Because you could be getting these intuitive downloads and you may be missing it if you are not paying attention. All right, so really pay attention. Now, High Priestess, hello, and your crown. This is why I'm not like so like you're going to be fine. I'm not worried about you because the High Priestess you got in your crown. Okay. Absolutely amazing. I really love this. A High Priestess. Okay. Shows up only when she needs to come out and say, hey, Leo, trust your intuition. She rules the moon. She's the guardian of the subconscious. All right. This is the week of the full moon in Aries. Okay. You can even see the moon, the sliver of the moon at her feet. Even her headdress. I mean, it is the cycles of the moon. It represents the cycles of the moon. There's a lot happening in this card. But at the end of the day, it is intuition. It's trusting, letting your intuition guide you, okay? Really tuning in. Really being aware. Not second-guessing yourself. Not doubting yourself. Not being uninspired. All right, this is it's good. You have all that wisdom, all right, and that intuition is going to unlock all that. Even the columns here, the pillars. You've heard of they really reference Solomon's temple, right? And you've heard the phrase like the wisdom of Solomon. So really trust your intuition at this point. That is going to really help. But I don't think that it's going to be a problem for you. You're going to have a great week as long as you trust your intuition. She came up in your crown, which is really great. You know, the crown chakra is like divine awareness. Like you're going to be absolutely fine. But here's the thing. You did get the 9 of Swords. But you got in the root of your spread. And that's why I'm saying there may be something that may go sideways this week. And you're just like, oh, fudge. So I don't want you to let that feel uninspire you, okay? There is going to be a sense of that could happen for a lot of Leos, but know that it was meant to happen. And you just work with it, okay? Trust your intuition. You're going to be fine. You have the Knight of... you got the Knight of Cups in the heart of your spread, who, by the way, remember I said is very... he's Pisces, and he is very intuitive, okay? So a lot of intuitive energy here, but... with the 9 of Swords in the root of your spread, it's really saying that there's possibly a lot that you've been going through. There's possibly a lot that's been going on up here. And this week, it's almost like if you hold on to anything that has really had an emotional impact on you, or even like a really strong mental impact on you to the point where it's not allowing you to trust your intuition, you got to let it go. Okay, you got to let it go. Time to release. And if you do not, the universe is going to release it for you. Well, this full moon in Aries will. Okay, but you've got to actually put a little action toward it. Okay, there could have been some sort of fight or argument or just something, not seeing eye to eye with someone, but again, or it could be this week as well. But again, trust your intuition. Always be the better version of yourself. Now, you got the Knight of Wands in your future. You are good. In your future. Did I mention that the Knight of Wands was in your future? Knight of Wands is in your future. nothing. You're going to be on fire. I mean, knights are fire. Ones are fire. This is double fire. And look at what's coming out of his helmet, right? And so you're actually going to be absolutely amazing. There's going to be, like, everything's going to move really fast for you now. Everything's going to move really fast for you, especially the things that you have wanted and the things that you've been manifesting. Because, Leo, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Well, if you're new to my channel, my readings are always a continuation from the last reading. That's what life is, right? Especially because I put throw all the astrological aspects to it. But do you remember last week's reading? Knight of Wands was in your crown. And so it's almost like the things that you were thinking about, the things that you were wanting to manifest, the things that you were setting intentions for, the things, your passions, right? That's what Knight of Wands is. Your passions, really going toward all that energy, toward that. It's now in your future, so it's to come. Yeah. You're good. You're good. You're like really good. And it's really interesting because the Knight of Wands truly is has a lot of Leo energy in the Knight of Wands. He is truly Sagittarius, but has a lot of that fiery spirit. I mean, you are a fire sign, Leo, so you're good, especially with the two knights here. You're amazing. It's almost like you're gonna be you have a lot of protection this week, okay? Especially with the High Priestess here. But if you can truly tap into your intuition, you're going to be 1,000% fine. Let's get to your staff. Oh, shoot. No, I'm not going to do it yet. Because remember, I said clarifiers. I'm doing clarifiers for the full moon. Yeah. You're going to be 1,000% good. If you have been thinking of anything that has been stressing you out, remember I said this is the week of breakthroughs. This is the week of letting things go. You just got the Ace of Swords, okay? This is it's a big card of like mental breakthrough, all right? Getting out of this, right? If there's again, I feel like there was some sort of altercation or not seeing eye to eye with someone, or someone doing something to you that was just like, what? Who are you? Right? And it could be like up here still. But again, a lot more career stuff. Anyway, you're going to be fine. You're going to be 1,000% good. You got the Ace of Swords coming after the Knight of Wands. So breakthrough, okay? Contracts coming up too. Especially with the fact that Mars in Libra is in your third house, okay? So some of y'all are definitely getting a new job or have gotten a new job or signing on a new client or thinking about starting a passion project. Whatever it is, you're going to be fine. I mean, you do see the crown, the laurel wreath. And remember what I said, like that sense of like an energy that I was getting was like not seeing eye to eye with someone or that kind of energy. You do see the olive branch in the card as well. So there's like this sense of peace so it seems like, I mean, there's going to be that kiss and make up moment. But in any case, and that can be romantically too, especially with the Page of Cups challenging the Knight of Cups. That could be a thing, okay? You're going to be absolutely fine. And it's almost like, with the fact that this full moon in Aries is in your 9th house, remember what I said, your belief system, the way that you see things, it looks like there's going to be a change, okay? And it could be the way that you see things in terms of your career, in terms of your own personal growth, your spiritual growth. There's going to be this breakthrough that you're going to have, Leo. You're amazing. Let's get to your stuff now. Okay, so Leo, if you like my haircut, no, I'm joking. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I really love hearing from y'all, okay? I want to know what's going on. And if you are a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. You're amazing. I would not be here if it wasn't for you, so I am truly grateful. I really do appreciate it, and I do have to get a haircut. Should I grow it out? I don't know. Maybe I will. You tell me. Wow. Ooh, yeah, I definitely want to pull a lot of clarifiers here. Yeah, remember how I always said that there is going to be something that goes sideways? Someone may do something that was like weird. I mean, like, well, you just got the Seven of Swords. So there's a little bit of affirmation there. So just, again, trust your intuition. Always be the better version of yourself. I mean, the good thing is, like, you didn't get 85, so it's not going to be like a thing. It's going to be more like in your head, right? But there's also a sense of you having to really, really face things now. Remember what I said, do not be uninspired, okay? There could be something that goes sideways. There could be someone who does something that is like naughty, not really great, and you're just like, who does that to me? You know what I mean? Like that, just don't let anyone, get your goat, okay? Whoever, I don't know if anyone says that anymore, but don't let anyone get your goat. But the main message is face your truths. Don't take any shortcuts this week, okay? If you need to, someone's doing something naughty, have that conversation first, and then it's a time to release things, okay? Remember, I said for you particularly, okay, this sense of like relief with the full moon in Aries. Now, you did get the Four of Swords, all right? Really great, really great. This is all about meditation. This is all about that equilibrium. This is all about that, especially up here. Remember, it's the swords, the mental suit, okay? What's going on up here? This is all about recovery, too, from any, like, really stressful moments, any challenges that you've had. Really just taking that time out, okay? Did I mention travel? Some of y'all are traveling? I did, right? I did. Did I? The full moon in Aries. I did. Yeah. That's, yeah. So some of y'all will be traveling. If you're not, make plans to travel, okay? Or start planning a trip, because a lot of y'all may be already, especially because, you got the Knight of Wands in your future. A lot of travel related to, because remember what I said. Knight of Wands is, okay, so how crazy is this? Knight of Wands ruled by Sagittarius. Sagittarius, the native ruler of the 9th house. The full moon in Aries in your 9th house, which rules travel. But anyway, do some of that, okay? Do some travel to really have that moments to really, travel is always a force of good, but it's also a time to really have those reflective moments, get a spa treatment, do something that, really, really just knocks you out, right? Knocks you out, but also have fun with it, right? Like, just, when I say knock you out, like, I mean, like, really, really just de-stress, okay? But also, you're Leos. Have fun with it. Have fun with it, okay? If you're going to the beach, have fun with your family, your kids, your partner, whoever it is. Do it to a point where you lose time. We love those moments, right? Do it, okay? Just have that peace of mind, okay? You do see you got the Four of Swords after the Ace of Swords. Honestly, like, your mindset is changing, and and when you can calm the mind, that was a double chef's kiss for you, Leo. Now, you got the King of Pentacles. Hello, friendly face, right? No, he did come up in your reading, in your, in your future last week. Now, where he sits in your stuff, it's like, now this is kind of like the biggest thing that's coming up is like, you've had that clarity of the direction you want to go, of you've envisioned the life that you want to have, and now it's like building on that. Remember, you did get the Two of Wands in your final outcome, okay? So this is great. The richest king, okay? And again, he is the, like, very entrepreneurial, right? Very entrepreneurial, but very rich too. But he is a protector. He is a provider. He is the richest king in the land. And so remember that I said that there is two things happening. King of Pentacles is Taurus, okay? And so remember I said this week, Jupiter and Uranus are both going to trine Mercury, and they're both in Taurus in your 10th house of career. So you could hear some really good news about career anyway, and that's what you want, okay? And you do even see the bull, like the symbol of Taurus and his throne all over him, okay? And his abundant vineyard. Vineyard? Did I just say vineyard? Okay, sure. Vineyard. The harvest, but okay, vineyard can work here too. But this is really great. I really love this for you. The second thing that I was going to say is that there is that focus with the Mercury and Virgo. Okay, y'all have been thinking about money. Okay, y'all have been thinking about that, and so there's some changes happening. I'm not gonna lie. All right, some positive, auspicious changes happening. Okay, yeah, and again, there is what's happening this week is really going to build your confidence. Now, you got Temperance, and your final outcome. Interesting. Yeah. So basically, looking at your entire spread, the things that you want, they're coming, okay? So I wouldn't stress. I wouldn't get anxious about anything. Don't try to force anything, right? You can't fight the universe, okay? The universe has big plans for you, all right? So and that's a big message, is not only the fact that, again, trust your intuition. Intuition is a really big thing. You can even see here, the archangel who's in your final outcome has the sun on his forehead, right on the pineal gland. You also, this is all about balance. Remember, balance is key. All right, we want to, and you're gonna have it. You're gonna have it. Okay, you got to make that effort though. But do you see how we've gone from a card of imbalance in your past to your final outcome, a card of balance? And when I say balance, that really is everything. It's internal, it's mind, body, spirit, right? It's also in your external world, all right? Finding that balance, all right? And to find that balance, you got to just cut some things out to make, to have some balance, all right? And then clarifiers, yeah, that's right. Okay, so, and the Temperance card is all about is ruled by the Sagittarius. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but the fact that you did get the Knight of Wands in your future, I thought that was very interesting. So, what is going on here? Okay, so you got the Seven of Cups, and then you got the Eight of Cups right after the Seven of Cups. Okay, this cannot be more loud and clear. I cannot, okay. Once you have that balance, it's almost like the things, you're going to have opportunities, first of all. And you're going to have a lot of things to choose from, but I'm getting the message you already have. A lot of Leos already have had some change in their life. But the very interesting thing here is that first, Seven of Cups last week was in the heart of your spread. Okay? Remember what I said. Really know what you want. Okay? And so now, having that balance, really trusting your intuition, tapping into your intuition, that it's almost like loud and clear. You're going to know. You're going to know, and you're going to know what to leave behind. Clear as day. And that was the biggest message for you last week too, wasn't it? Because this card also was the first card in your staff. So, I just can't be any more clear here. This is like things that you want are coming. Know that they're coming. Okay? And it's going to be, and again, know what you want. But it seems like you do. Look at your spread here. It looks like you do. And you will have that like mental breakthrough. You're gonna, there's also, some of y'all are getting definitely like new partnerships, new jobs, things like that. But there is gonna be, you're definitely leaving something behind. In the week of the full moon in Aries, where I said, if you don't leave it behind, it's almost like just gonna naturally happen. Okay? You're, like, I don't even know what to say here. Like, this is really crazy. And what's also really crazy, like I said in the last reading, this card is ruled by, it's attributed to Saturn and Pisces, which is a big thing for you right now. Okay, so that is a lot of it's transformation. Okay, it's transformation. You're moving into this next phase in your life, but it's also other people's resources. So that's why money kept coming up. It keeps coming up. Okay, and you did get the Knight of Cups on the heart of your spread, but with these Pentacle cards. Anyway, you're going to be fine. You're going to be good. Trust your intuition. Know what you want, the things that you want, and you're going to be fine. You're going to be absolutely good. Just know that there is going to be, you are going to find, you're going to move forward. You're moving forward in a powerful way with the fact in your final outcome that you have the Eight of Cups, where he's leaving the cups quietly in the night during an eclipse, okay? Remember, we're entering eclipse season, all right? Moving away from because from these cups, because he knows something's better for him. And then you have the Knight of Wands, where he's charging forward toward his passions, and like nothing's gonna stop him. But you're absolutely good with the Ace of Swords here as well. You got the High Priest. I mean, like, you're good. There's gonna be something that may go sideways, and you're gonna be like, but know that it was meant to happen. Because it's bringing you this breakthrough. It's going to make sense when it happens, okay? Leo, you're amazing. Thanks so much for being here. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I want to hear from y'all. And next week, Leos, I do your October forecast. I'm just going to say it. October is very different from September. How funny is that? Does anybody catch that? The joke within the joke? Anyway, let me know. If not, next month, again, eclipse month. Like, your life is changing. Everyone, eclipses they're the biggest game changers. That was not me doing the dab. I don't know what that was. Leo, I'm going to stop talking. Thanks so much for being here. I will see you next week. All right. Bye-bye.